Can AI mimic my voice? And if it can, how do I safely get started with it? That's exactly what we're talking about in this episode. First, you're gonna learn the 2 kinds of voices that AI can mimic. Then I'll show you how to reduce the risk of having your AI voice out there. Next, I'll share the prep process to train your AI voice. And once you've prepared, I'll show you how to create your AI voice. First of all, why would you even want AI to mimic your voice? You might be thinking that adds liability, that adds risk, and I get that. And as somebody who got sick a lot last year because I have a kiddo in preschool, I can tell you there were many times I was super thankful that I had my AI voice that sounded like me to do podcasts, to do episodes, to do trainings, and honestly just to give my voice a rest. One of the reasons I kept losing my voice was because I kept trying to push it and push it and push it. And then I realized I could just use AI to help. When I started doing that, I was able to rest my voice more and finally heal whatever was going on. The other reason you might want an AI voice is because there's going to be times in your business and in your life where something unexpected happens, where you feel ready to go full steam ahead and then you get sick or you go through something challenging or a family member goes through something challenging and you have to drop everything and figure that out. Even something as unpredictable or unexpected as a storm that comes through that does damage to a roof or part of your house or your yard and you have to spend half a day or a full day or weeks even cleaning that up. I live in Florida. We have hurricanes every year in the summer. So every year I know there's gonna be at least a few weeks where I'm not gonna be able to work like normal because our power will be completely out or there's outages or we have to clean up stuff from our yard and debris. And the last thing that I wanna do on a day like that is say, okay, now I have to find a quiet place near me that's not super expensive to go and record this podcast episode. Instead, I can use my AI voice to just type up what I wanna say and it'll say it for me. Now there's 2 kinds of voices, your writing voice and your speaking voice. Using AI to mimic your writing voice is great for blog posts, for emails, Facebook posts, Instagram posts, as long as you do it well. If you're not doing it well, you might see ChatGPT saying things like unleash, unlock, dive, delve, treasure trove. We've all seen it. We all know those things. So if you're consistently seeing words you don't want it to use, or you see other people using words that you're like, that sounds like ChatGPT, I'll show you how to get ChatGPT to write like you without having all those ChatGPT words. So first, let's talk about your writing voice. How can you make ChatGPT actually sound like you? The first thing that you want to do is prepare. You want to get transcripts, information about your audience, your brand voice. All of those things are going to help ChatGPT get a clear understanding of how you talk, how your brand presents itself in writing online. In addition to transcripts, brand voice, audience document, you're also going to want to give specific feedback. Say, I like this because and why you like it. I don't like this because and why you don't like it. For example, I don't like this because it sounds like a robot, or I don't like this because you're using common ChatGPT words. After we tell it what we like and don't like, the next thing we can do to train your writing voice is to give specific examples of what you want instead. I don't like this because it uses a lot of common ChatGPT words. For example, you said treasure trove. Instead of saying that, I want a word that I use in my transcripts that means something similar, but doesn't sound like everybody else. And finally, you want to save that feedback. Instead of having to reinvent the wheel each time, by saving the feedback, you can simply upload it, have ChatGPT review it, and something that would otherwise take 10, 15 minutes to do now takes only about 30 seconds. So that's how to train your writing voice. But what if you want to train your speaking voice? First, you're going to go to a tool called 11 Labs. Now, there's a lot of voice trainers out there. 11 Labs is my personal favorite. I think it does the best job, and at only $22 a month, it's pretty affordable, especially if you do a lot of activities that require your voice, like trainings or podcast episodes, but you have some trips coming up, some vacations coming up, you're traveling a lot, you're not in your normal studio space, you're not in your normal area where you know for sure the sound will be good. These are all really great reasons to train your AI voice. And I know you might be worrying about whether or not it's risky to put your AI voice out there. And by put it out there, I mean basically create an AI clone of your voice and then use it for your podcasts, your trainings, things like that. And the answer is it's about as risky as what you're already doing with putting content out there. If you already have live content out there like Facebook Lives or YouTube Lives, if you're putting YouTube videos out there, if you're even doing videos and stories on Snapchat, on Reels, you already have that risk. People can already take your voice and use it. That is an unfortunate state of the world that we're in right now. That's just unfortunately how things are and what's possible. This was possible even before ChatGPT came on the scene or 11 Labs came on the scene. To minimize the risk of something bad happening because of that though, we have a code word in our family, and I would recommend having one for yours too. While statistically the odds are low that that would happen, if you have any kind of content out online that has your voice, your video, this is something that's a really good idea to do. Now, when I first started using 11 Labs, I wanted to test it out. I wanted to see, is it really sounding like me? I thought it was, and the weird thing was there were a few podcast episodes that I had put out a while ago that I kind of can't remember now, if it's AI Brittany or if it's actually me, Brittany, and that's how good it was. But I tried it out with a few family members to see if they thought it sounded like me too, and they did. In fact, there were a few times that I've tested this out with people that they didn't know, and they said they wouldn't have been able to tell that it was an AI version of my voice. Now, when I listen to it, there are a few telltale signs, like there's some words that I say differently. I say marketing, it says marketing. So there's just a tiny difference, but not too big of a difference. You can also, if you're using it for your podcast, for example, you can say at the beginning, this is my content, but I recorded it with my AI voice, if that's something that feels right for you. I've also used it for my private podcast for our AI 200K program, and they said they liked it a lot as well. One thing that I do differently now than when I first started is that I leave the uhs and ums in there. So I will intentionally put in uhs and ums so it sounds a little bit more conversational and a little bit less robotic. Now today I talked about ChatGPT and 11 Labs, but the truth is there's a lot of other AI tools that you could be using to save tons of time, tons of energy, and be more proactive in your business. If you're already low on time though, the thought of trying to sort through the hundreds or thousands of AI tools that seem to be coming out every single week or even every single day might feel a little bit daunting. That's why I go through them for you. Every day I'm testing out new AI tools and letting you know which ones are the best. I've compiled a list of my top 10 of my top AI tools. These are the ones that I personally tested so that you don't have to. If there's something that needs to be bought there, I've bought them, tested them out so that you know whether it's worth your time, worth your energy, worth your money or not. And now you can get that list for free by clicking the link that comes with this video. My name is Brittany Long. Grab the top AI tools list today by clicking the link that comes with this video.